How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are looking at today one from JC Wings in 1/72nd scale diecast. Now, our aircraft here is an F-15C Eagle from the 173rd fighter wing, which is allotted to the Oregon Air National Guard, which was formed in 1996 and still operate today. Now, calling Kingsley Field Air National Guard Base home in Klamath Falls in Oregon. Now, the base is named after 2nd Lieutenant David R. Kingsley, an Oregon native who was a bombardier aboard a B-17 called Sandman. Now, that was the aircraft he was assigned to, but it would be, I think, while aboard a different B-17, that he would be shot down during raids on Romanian oil fields, and the crew were bailing from their stricken aircraft when he did notice their tail gunner, who was wounded, had no chute. So he would give up his own chute and helped everyone else bail out of the stricken aircraft. Now, Kingsley was last seen on the catwalk of the bomb bay as the aircraft eventually did crash into a house below, actually killing a family that occupied the house as well. Now, he would be awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions. Now, our aircraft here is in a special livery honouring Kingsley's heroic actions and was unveiled in 2020 on the 75th anniversary of his sacrifice. Now, we open that up and you'll see that beautiful F-15 sitting in there. That does look fantastic, and it does have some weapons in the pack on the side here, and of course the specifications in the flap. But of course it is no good in the box, is it? So what we've got to do is stop talking and open the box. Let's go do that right now. Alright, with the model out of the box, inside the box, like usual, these JC Wings, it's the hard stock base there that you can use for a decorative base for your own model. It also does have that little weapons pack in the flap that does have all the ordnance we do need to put on the model. And of course, this awesome looking model we better get open. This is brand new, so it should hopefully, I didn't get this too long ago, so it might still be available at some hobby shops. So if you do like what you see, it should hopefully not be too hard to find for you. Now, it does come with the normal little collector cards that these do. There is a limited run of only 600, 2022, so it's only a couple of years old. Oh, there is some instructions, yay. Let's see how in-depth these are. The usual deal. They are not huge, but they do have a lot of information. So if you don't have any instructions for any of yours, do the usual, whack it on pause, and now you do. All right, so it does have a little baggie that does have the landing gear bay doors, yes, and a little pilot there, which doesn't look too bad. Now, it does have the landing gear options there and our pretty cool F-15 that we really want to check out. I do like these foam packets. I think I say that every time I pull one out of these. They are really nice and easy to get out. Move this out of the way and check out this awesome looking livery. Wow, this looks fantastic. Love those DD stripes. Yep, definitely looks pretty cool. So it's got Sandman on there to pay homage to that B-17. That looks fantastic. That looks great. Even the insignia is in the old World War II style. So it does have the moving rudder parts. It also does have an opening air brake, I assume. They are a little bit hard to get open sometimes, especially if you don't have long nails. So it does have some nice detail in there. We'll zoom in a fraction. How about that? That is pretty cool, and it's all connected, so that is a really good thing with these JC Wings ones. The overall lines are pretty good on this as well. It does have some reasonably nice detail. Oh wow, that's great. Look at that image on the side there. Those exhaust details are really nice as well. So stabilizers do move as well. A little bit of movement, not a great deal. You might be able to loosen them up, I suppose. Yeah, that's slowly getting looser. But for me, the moving parts is not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker in regards to a model. Now the canopy, that opens up. It's got the strut in there as well. That's pretty cool. Has some okay detail in there. We'll turn it over, have a little look underneath. Yeah, the F-15s from JC Wings are fairly nice. I don't mind them at all. They do look really nice. They present really well. It does have a little bit of turbofan detail in there. Just freaking hard to see. It is really deep in there, but there is a little bit of detail inside there of the turbofans. You can just see them in there. But overall, I think this is going to look fantastic once we set it up. So let's do that. We will get this out in flight and we'll come right back. And remember, of course, JC Wings, no stands. So in flight and then quickly gear down for us. All right, we'll be back in a second. All right, here we have it set up in flight. Very straightforward. All your missiles go along the sides of the fuselage. Very straightforward into, there's two clips there that hold each missile in. You just whack them in. Pretty easy. Same with your main ordnance. You just drop a tank onto the pylon and then push the whole missile and tank sort of combination together into their respective slots. Both are easy to do. And then, of course, a central tank. Very straightforward to do. There is just these little gear bay doors here and one for the nose wheel. As you can see, I haven't pushed them all the way in, mainly because, well, I want to put this gear down and those don't have like little slots or anything to get them out. So I reckon once you push them all the way home, going to be very difficult to get back out. So when you choose to have this in flight, make sure you've got a stand for one and make sure you definitely want it in flight, because I can imagine these are going to be very hard to sort of get out when you do want to put them into sort of gear down positions. Now to hopefully, let's see if we can do it. It should be pretty straightforward, I'm assuming. Well, I shouldn't assume anything, should I?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Alright, I was going to do the swap out of the landing gear to gear down on screen, but I was halfway through doing that and this side decided it did not want to fit. This one is sort of malformed or something. It won't go into its slit properly. It's not aligned properly, so as you can see, it is a little bit raised there compared to it's sitting nice and flush there. I've tried putting a lot of pressure on this to try and get it to seat further down. And I've been putting a lot of force on, so if it's not going in nicely, it needs to be fiddled with to get it to sort of get back in its hole. So I do like to do these reviews straight from the box. So unfortunately, a review that was going so well is marred by that main wheel there that's not made properly. Now, it doesn't fit anyway, but the nose wheel fitted perfect. That all went in nicely. The other side went in perfectly. No dramas. All the two other wheels went in without a drama whatsoever. It's just that one, no bueno. As you can see, it's going to be a little bit of a height difference too because it's not sitting flush. If we do turn this over and we put it on the deck, I suppose I better zoom out, geez. And that's what it's going to look like. So as you can see, because of that one side that's a little bit raised, it does sit on a little bit of an angle, which is a bit of a bummer, but this was, well, it is a nice looking model if all my landing gear components were good. And of course you can open that up if you want to have that open for a display, and it does have some, of course it closes, it does have some nice detail inside the cockpit. If we can have a little squeeze in there, I'll zoom in for you for that. So it does have some reasonably nice detail there. Hopefully it stays open. But yeah, look, I think it is nice. It's well made. I think it does come up pretty good, and I'm definitely sort of happy with it. But yeah, just unfortunately my parts were not fitting properly was the only issue, of course, that I did have. But most likely you will not have that issue. I am usually cursed by the die-cast gods, and if something is going to go wrong with a model, it will guaranteed to be happening to me. So that way you will experience it through me first, and hopefully when you get your own, you won't have that issue whatsoever. But I will wind the video up. So yeah, once again, JC Wings, it is a nice F-15. I do like it. Apart from that little fitment issue, that's hopefully not going to be anyone else's issue. But I reckon it does come up nicely. I'll take some photos of this. Hopefully I can fix that wheel so it does sit nice and straight. And if you did enjoy what you saw today, don't forget those my way. And always feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're watching and you haven't done that either. And don't forget to check out some photos of this that I'll throw up at the end of the video for those of you that like to see their models without these sausage fingers all over it. So check out some close-up pics of this. Once again, thanks so much for dropping past the channel. I really appreciate you spending your valuable time in watching one of my videos. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.